Welcome to Deemtana Academy, and today's our topic is what should we do to make our children study. The first point that I would want to stress upon is purpose. Every human being on this planet has definitely some purpose to fulfill. As a children, we might not be able to aware of it. However, we have seen a lot of youngsters or even the aged people also are not able to ascertain what is the purpose of their lives. The purpose of our life, as according to different our scriptures, and is like we have to be in a position to stand upon our own feet. That's the first thing. And then we have to contribute to the society that we are living together with. By contributing to the society or others, we are benefiting ourselves the most. So this is what is most of our great people have told about it. So if we have to make it possible, so then the root of it is in the children. The children have to make themselves strong and self-reliant. So they should be in a position to depend upon their own selves and not on others. Yes, in the initial stages, definitely parents' guidance is required. But as they grow, as they get education, the knowledge, the experience, it will make them self-reliant. So this is the purpose of our life. If we say as child to study, so then immediately the question will be like, why I have to study? If I have to go to school, why I have to go to school? So will be the first question. So we must be able to give a very satisfactory answer to the child and make him understand that if he has to become something in life, to achieve something in life, then definitely the basic education is a must, and the school is a place, is an opportunity where there is a learning is fun, and then he or she can learn anything that makes him strong mentally, physically, and intellectually. He will grow himself. So that is the main purpose. So we have to make them clearly understand that it's not like we have to tell them, okay, so your purpose is to become an engineer or doctor or something else. That is not the correct way of putting it. So if we are telling that, so what we have done, what we have not done, we are forcing it upon our children, and that is not correct. And every child has his own idea, his or her own idea of their lives. And at least in the children, while they are children, they are just formulating some ideas by seeing the outside world, that they should become something. So we have to tell them, so to become anything, first the basic education is very much essential, and this is what will be the foundation. We can just show them, take them to construction building, and then show them how they are putting the foundation, basic foundation. Without the foundation, there is no structure, there cannot be any structure. And we should tell them, we should convince them that, so this school, the education, the lessons, the examination are all part of that foundation. Without that foundation, there can be nothing. So we have to make them clearly understand about that. So this is about the purpose of the education. The second most important point is entertainment. So it greatly depends on how we have defined the level of entertainment that we are having in our homes. Definitely it is going to make a change. For example, if as parents we are holding the mobile and we are constantly glued to the TV watching some stuff or the other, then it is very, very natural for the child to pick that and then do the same. As we all know, children won't do as they are told, but they do as they see you. That is definitely a thing. So if we have to change the entertainment that you are intending for your child, then we have to carefully examine what is the level of entertainment that we are looking for. But definitely this is going to make an impact, at least in the early ages, like coming to the kindergarten till the, like they come to the high school or whatever. So till that period is a very, very crucial period, and then we have to make some sort of a sacrifice to define the entertainment that we are going to have. Definitely we can say that yes, we have worked a lot for that day, and then you want to just switch on the TV and you want to watch your stuff, whatever. But we have to think, we have to take a step back and think, what is the impact that my child is going to have by sitting in next to me and seeing that particular entertainment, whether it be the reels that go on reeling, or the entertainment programs that come one after the other, just in very much channels, different channels. We have a lot variety arena of entertainment. So we have to define clearly what is the entertainment level. That is the first thing. I'm not saying that you want to stop everything that you're doing. You should not watch any movie. It's not like that. We have to pick and choose the right ones, and then we can enjoy with our children. If we think it's going to impact, so then we have to make some private time, and then we can have that watching. So this is the first thing. Second thing is, in these busy schedules, we have completely forgotten, or it is very expensive, to go to some places where we can get some knowledge. The first thing is a library. Many of us have completely forgotten the library, and this is a very, very big step back. Definitely please take this as a serious note. The libraries or book of knowledge is the one where we have to define our entertainment. It will make us grow as a professional, whatever you're doing, or acquire some knowledge about the thing that you are want to know about it. So the main drawback of this era, this modern age, or this particular information age, is like on the one hand, we are being constantly unconsciously pulled into many unwanted kind of entertainment, and that is one side. And second side, we have completely forgetting the path of knowledge, where our time, which is going unconsciously, we can make it consciously, we can channelize upon it. The next thing is going to the places of historic importance or a spiritual, whatever. So that also is being reduced. So we have to make a trip such that the child can go and see, okay, how our ancestors were there, how our culture, how our land, our state, what is the history of our state, how did it come into existence, how did the fort come into existence, how is the ruler, what all achievements they have done, what all good things they have done for this society. So we have to set an examples by taking the children to those kind of places, and also to the places of nature. Yes, definitely I accept every time this cannot be done, yes, but it is altogether, it is not unachievable. Definitely we have to think something about it. The next thing is, we are not allowing the children to go and play with the neighbors. So again, that is another one big issue. We want to close the doors and then we tell them to play. How they will play? Please think. We as a children, we went outside, we played, and then we made great friends. But children nowadays are not getting that opportunity. Wherever it's possible, definitely we have to allow the children to go and mingle with other children and then play and have some quality time by doing the sports that they like. This is very, very important. So if we divide the time, divide the entertainment, if we define this entertainment, definitely it is going to get a long way, and you don't need to bother about like your children go and hold the mobile at all the time or go and watch the TV. TV is almost going away, and definitely if we follow all these things, if we define our entertainment correctly, so then it is going to impact your screen time or the children's screen time. We are going to definitely, you can go and have a control. So the next thing is like watching some videos on the stuff on the YouTube or anything. So even that we have a lot of options. And then you can enable the watch history. Tell them you are accountable for the watch history. To give them allotted amount of time, half an hour, 1 hour, whatever. Then tell them you have to be accountable for whatever you have watched. You go and have a watch on the history what they have watched on. So that also can be done. Altogether, if we stop something, so then the mind automatically raises the craving for that particular act. So we have to be very careful and define our entertainment. So next important point is to prepare a study environment at home. This is very, very important activity. So we know that yes, they go to school, they go to the tuitions, and then we feel that okay, all the learning is done. No, it cannot be. The learning becomes complete only when a child sits at home and he revises whatever he has learned in the school or in the tuition or whatever means. He has to revise or he has to study on a daily basis. Only then they are going to achieve something. Only if at the time of examination they are going to sit and then they are going to read for the entire evening, entire night, that is not at all a very good environment. No, that should not be encouraged. Instead, we have to go with the daily progress and then make an environment such that they can study in a home. What we can do, we can provide a separate room for them for study. If this is not possible, then we have to make sure that whatever space, whatever living area that we are using, we have to convert it as a positive and supporting encouragement environment. How? We can all stop watching the TV for that moment when the child is studying, and also we have to make sure that we don't talk about the family matters in front of the children at that time. And also another important activity we can do, we can ask the child, it's like what he has learned. Let them read from the textbook, let them read a poem for you, and then let them explain you about that. This is the activity we are going to cover that in our the particular things what we have to do, the different activities. But this we can do that. We can tell the child to explain. So why are we not doing that? We are telling that, we are thinking, okay, the child is okay. He might not have that much eloquence, and then he might not have prepared so many things like that. But we assume many things ourselves. So why we are assuming? We can tell when the child is ready to, he can give the entire thing, whatever he has learned in a test in a half an hour. Then why can't he explain in front of you whatever he knows? We are not going to judge him, but we are going to listen. What will happen in this? So it will create a positive environment, and then he or she will get a confidence that okay, I am being heard, and then whatever he has learned, he goes on, develops a confidence in himself that he can present something that what he or she has learned. So that will be a very big plus in their career. So we have to make sure that we provide a proper reading environment in home. And addition to that, even if you go and pick up one very good book for yourself and then study along with the child, so that will be the best way to encourage them. So whatever you have studied, you can tell the child like what I studied today and what this author is saying about and what is the thing that we can learn. And or you can just take from the past, like whatever you have read, and you can tell them. Definitely this is going to give a very good positive study environment at home. The next important part is targeting the pampering. The pampering need not necessarily come from the grandparents, but it can come from parents as well. Definitely we think we are working for our children, and then we can pamper them at whatever they want. But definitely we are going to pay a huge cost for this. Instead of that, what are the ways that we can target this pampering? First thing, whenever we are taking them to a particular supermarket or whatever, and then they are buying some chocolates or some marshmallows or something which is not very good for their bodies, the so-called junk food, definitely we can make them go and pick fruits or dry fruits or whatever which is good for their health. So that is the very first thing that we have to change. So we have to change. We have made that habit, and then now we have to change it by force, even by force, but no problem, we have to do it. So that is one thing. Second thing is, like, whenever if we are going to give very costly gifts for them, we have to think twice. Either we can give them very good books, story books, or some musical instruments which they can learn something, develop their skill, or some good Rubik's Cube kind of a thing, or these kind of things are the tools that are going to help your children to acquire some particular skill. So we have to think innovatively and then get them such kind of a things. Definitely not video games and the other things. No, definitely not. But we have to think like what we can we can get them which can be useful for the children. So this is very important. And now we come to the next point of our the last point of our class, where I want to stress upon the very important thing is self-help. This pampering and the self-help is very closely related, and then I want to touch this particular very much important topic. See, we are thinking that okay, there is some classwork or homework that needs to be completed by the child, and one day we see that the child has not done his work. Immediately what we'll do, we will see the comment from the teacher that okay, he has not done a homework for many days, and then he's going to get less marks. Immediately we jump into action and do the homework for that child. So definitely this is a very, very bad thing that we are doing for the child. Let it be, or even in a examination as well, the child has not studied for the entire month, and then suddenly he is preparing on the last minute. If he is, for example, an online class, many parents have helped the children in the examination because they are not studied. So this is one of the very worst thing that can be done to the children. I'm not telling all the children, all the parents, but many of the parents have done this, though we might accept or not. But this is definitely not a very good thing. Definitely, this is the worst thing that we can do for a child. So we must allow the children to do their work. So what happens is, one day there is some chunk of work that has been given, and then the student has to complete that going to the next day. Usually what happens, the child has not completed that, and then he goes to school. So there is again some amount of work that has been given, even that keeps on piling up. if we do not take notice of those works, or if the student fails to tell you that he has not done the work, so there this procrastination or putting the target to the next day becomes a very, very big problem. The day when he has to go and write the test or the exam, he keeps on writing some classwork or homework that he needs to submit. All the time is drained away and he cannot complete it anything. Or if he has been given something in the tuition, some homework in the tuition, usually it happens. And we have to make sure that the child does the right amount of work in the stipulated day and completes it and get a satisfaction feeling from that. So if we allow the child one day, so then it becomes everyday problem. So we have to set at a time and then tell them complete their work, show the work completed, so that even we can have a very much feeling, good feeling that okay, he or she has done the work for that day and he is free to do something else of his choice. So this self-help, so definitely we have to understand that whether a homework or a classwork or an examination, test or whatever, it has been designed by the professionals, the school professionals, teachers, great teachers, and then they have made sure that the load that they are giving is, they can tolerate it. It's not like it is going to be a huge burden. It's not. Please remove all those feelings. Definitely, your child, how a butterfly comes out of the cocoon or this one. So that internal struggle, every child has to do it, and then please allow them to do the struggle and then come out with their flying colors. Otherwise, definitely it is very difficult for them to, if we go and help them at the time of the crucial moments, then he or she will again come back to you for the same thing. Be prepared for the entire life to be there for them for each and everything. That definitely you will going to lose some patience one or the other day. So please don't encourage your child to do something for them. Please let them do it. Let them do some homework also. Like not only the homework, classwork, this one, but give them some tasks for a child. Make them realize the effort that you are taking as a parent by cleaning the house, how much difficult it is to clean the house or do some cooking or do some washing. Please give them some work. At least let it be for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. They have to appreciate what you are doing. So most of the children are not aware of what is the amount of manual efforts is going on in the home to keep the home as it is a great place to live. It's a very difficult task that our mothers are doing. So children have to understand that. If they have to understand, they have to do it by themselves. Otherwise, how they are going to get the idea? So with this, I am closing this topic. So we'll meet with the next video. Thank you for watching this topic. Thank you so much. Stay tuned with our Dimtan Academy. Please subscribe to our channel and then for more videos. And we are going to give an entire series for like how we can improve the study mindset of our children. Thank you so much.